do I have with me here today?
Hi, my name is Mina, and I am the co-founder of JJ's Fusion Khaana.
And
Hello, I'm Shwetha. I am the owner and chef of JJ's Fusion Khaana.
JJ's Fusion Khaana. Now, if you guys don't know, you guys have been here for a while. Am I right?
It's been a year.
A year?
Yes.
How did you guys get started? You mind me asking?
It started with a vision that Shui had when she was in China about 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know each other then?
No, we didn't.
No? You went to China and you said, what? I'm going to create a restaurant when I got back?
Oh, good Lord, absolutely not.
How'd it go?
The kitchen was very far from anything I ever wanted to do. I actually went to medical school. I went to China to go become a doctor. Like all good Indian children do, go become a doctor.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you complete?
I finished, yes sir.
You're a doctor?
Well, I've got the MBBS title after my name, which I don't really use. But just to appease my parents, I am Dr. Chef is my handle on Instagram.
It is. Dr. Chef.
On Facebook, actually, yeah.
Well,
Dr. Chef.
You know, I used to repair dishwashers in restaurants.
Uh-huh.
That's what I did for a living for most of my career. And I learned to call the chef the chef. I respected chefs. I seen how they do it, all the prep work every morning, all that. There's a lot of work in that.
There's a lot of work. But yeah, I never thought that I would be doing anything with the food and beverage industry whatsoever. But you know, I always say God has a sense of humor, and he must have a YouTube channel dedicated to Shwetha, because I'm on it. He's watching me every day.
So you got back from China and you said, or how did that go about?
No, actually, it was in my 5th year of medical school. I opened the first restaurant, which was JJ's Fusion Cafe, because this started off with a brick and mortar from the get-go. And that in itself is a wild faith story.
Please, will you share it? What year?
So we officially opened 2011. But by the end of 2010, we were in process of purchasing the building and getting started, and officially opened as JJ's Fusion Cafe 2011 January.
Was that here in Lakeland? Or?
No, sir, that was in Wuhan, China.
Oh, you were living there.
That's right. That's right. I went to medical school in Wuhan, China.
I see the buildings. I see the culture on social media.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's incredible.
It is. It will always have a piece of my heart there.
And how did it go? How did you go from there to here?
Well, honestly, I never thought I would come back. We started the restaurant, and our cafe was a hub. So Wuhan, you can more or less picture it like Jacksonville, Gainesville, or Tampa. It's a university town, so you had a lot of foreigners, as well as, of course, the local Chinese people. What I had noticed was that in Wuhan, a lot of our students, they were getting into some bad places, doing some extremely bad things. You know, you're kind of like away from your family, you have no accountability. There's dime a dozen bars. There's KTVs that kind of double as other places. And a lot of our people were just getting affected. And I remember just thinking, man, I wish there was an alternative place that people can go to. You know, in my mind, I was like, maybe something like a Starbucks or a Panera Bread or something like that. We didn't really have anything like that in Wuhan at that time. But it was a distant thought. I thought, well, maybe someday when I am a doctor, I've made copious amounts of money. I've got lots of time, I've got nothing to do, I will come back and I will sow into this land. I will maybe open something that's going to, I don't know, bring some sort of a solution, but that would have been like 20, 30 years down the road. But from the day that that thought came to my mind to the day that we opened, it was less than a year.
Wow. Did you learn to speak Chinese?
I did speak, well, not just because of, working with Chinese people at the restaurant, but in medical school, we would be having to deal with our patients, which were local people, and having to communicate, yes. My Chinese is rusty. I can understand better than speak, but of course, we always code switch. If anybody wants to hear us speak in Chinese, show up at JJ's. You'll hear us code switch.
That's
And
great.
we're surely talking about you. Just kidding.
You know, I seen I think I subscribed. There's a guy
Mhm.
who married a Chinese girl,
Mhm.
and he's white, gringo type, and he knows Chinese very well. Do you know what I'm talking about? And he goes into the restaurants and he orders
In Chinese.
in Chinese, and
People-
everybody, they're all shocked and freaked out.
Yeah, I've had a few of those moments. I mean, more so here, actually.
It's very entertaining. It's very
It's
entertaining. So how did you guys come along? How did you guys become friends? And how did?
We met back in 2021. So that time she was cooking and serving food to the community, and one of our friends tasted a food and heard about her vision, and she told me, you have to meet this girl, and then here is her number. So I called her and we talked for about 3 or 4 hours over the phone, even before we met each other. And then her and her husband Sumit, they invited me to a potluck at church that evening, and I went with them. And when they came to pick me up, she cooked some Chinese, food for me. And I ate those food. I feel, oh my God, it cured my homesick. Back then there were not many Chinese restaurants in Lakeland, so that really healed my heart.
A lot of them are Americanized here.
Yes, so Shwetha is very talented in cooking, and the Chinese food she made were just, even nowadays, just incredible. So because of that, we became friends and we talked, and then she shared with her passion with me. So I've been with her in this journey for about 7 years, 6-7 years. Yeah.
Wow. that
See the
is-
power of food?
That's right. Absolutely.
If
We
it
all
wasn't
need
for
it.
that food, there would really be no connection.
That's right.
And so when we think about it, like food brings people to the table. And that is basically the heart of JJ's. Whether it's in China or here, right here in Lakeland, we want to see people bridge those gaps, break those barriers,
I
right?
agree
And
100%.
food does that.
That's right. I agree. And I scroll on Red Note. That's like the Chinese
Mhm.
in America, or what they let us see. And I just watch. I mean, the cultures.
It's very
It's
rich.
beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful to see. And I dream of going myself. I dream of, I've seen a guy out in the middle of the field doing rice paddies. I would love to sit here and talk. I would love to fly in, get in, and spend the afternoon with this guy. Or
Yeah.
and then the food, the street food,
Oh my God.
and they just do it so fast,
Yeah, with the wall.
And my Americanized sanitation, I question, because it's not 100% as sanitized as I've been
But,
taught,
high
if you will.
temperature kills
Right.
all the germs.
Yeah. And I
Listen.
know.
No matter what you're eating on the street, all you have to do is chase it down with a little bit of Pepto and you're good.
There you go. Yeah. Make sure it's 165 degrees.
There you go.
So, you guys decided to start here in Lakeland. When was that? In 2011?
So Shrey started way before I knew her. So
So you were already going. Because I met you originally at the church over here on MLK.
We met at the Dream Center.
The Dream Center.
You came in to have the food while I was serving at the Dream Center. And they've played a huge role in just me getting, or us getting to where we are today. And so, huge shout out to Whitney Borum and Pastor Mike and the whole team over there. They were an amazing support.
Whitney Borum?
You know Whitney Borum?
Yeah, she's part of that. I didn't know that though.
Absolutely.
I know her husband because I sat next to him 2 days ago.
Oh,
Yes, they
yeah.
are an amazing couple, power couple. Yes, absolutely, Josh and Whitney. But yeah, she played a huge role. She was always in my corner, supporting, encouraging, and reminding me, keep your eyes on what God has spoken to you. And she believed, and that opened up the door, the platform, to be able to move from just serving at my apartment, which was really cool. It was amazing. That was a great start. But it got bigger. We were starting to look really shady with my husband bringing down food. They're like, what are you selling out there? Just butter chicken, guys, relax. But in order to be able to just serve more people, I needed to come out of the whole apartment scene. And that's whenever Pastor Mike and Whitney opened the door for us to start doing it out of the DC Cafe. Because I used to be part of the DC Cafe. I was helping just run that program for a short season there. So amazing people.
What is Pastor Mike's last name?
Oh my goodness. Why is this?
Caught you off guard, didn't it?
You sure
It's not
did.
big. I'll find out later. No, I did not know that. And when you said DC, where's that?
Dream Center.
The Dream
Oh,
Center.
that stands for you. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you guys were there for
Mike
how long?
Cooper.
Cooper.
I'm so sorry. Absolutely. Pastor Mike Cooper. Yes.
Okay. How long were you guys there? A couple years or?
Couple of months.
Months.
Only
actually.
months?
Yeah, months.
That big of an impact with only a couple of months?
Just a couple of months, and then it just kept getting bigger.
Yeah.
And
And then we applied to become a member at Catapult. A friend of ours, she really loved Shwetha's food, and she shared about Catapult with us, and then we applied and go.
Who was that?
Lisa Sunshine.
Oh, Lisa. I know Lisa. I've
Yeah.
interviewed her.
Everybody knows
I read
Lisa.
her book. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's a big fan of JJ's Fusion Khaana, and then she encouraged us to apply, and we did. So we applied in October 2024, and then we got accepted.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's been a long journey. It's not been a linear road. Definitely not. Lots of twists and turns and ups and downs. But it seems like this vision never leaves me. You know, I've changed locations, nations. Oh my goodness. But food is the instrument I believe God has handed me. And I've questioned that, to be very honest with you. I've questioned that so many times. I've wrestled, and I think I still do. I always ask God, like, why do you think that a spatula was more worthy than a stethoscope? You know, God, I could have done so much more. We could have done so much more. Not I could have, we could have, Lord. But at the same time, I think sometimes when I look back, there's so much more joy in seeing people's faces light up when they're, you know, eating something or drinking something that just brings this warmth to their heart versus, I guess, sitting down with a patient and telling them this bad report or calling the time of death. And of course, I think there is a space, and I really respect and honor those who are in the medical field. A lot of my friends obviously are still practicing physicians all over the world. But at the same time, I stop and I go, okay, God, you've designed me, you've designed us, so you know what brings you glory, and you know the purpose for which you've created me. Although I thought I had a plan, it was pretty darn good.
You know, you said God has a sense of humor. Go ahead and tell God your plans.
Right.
You want to make God laugh? Tell him your
Yeah,
plans.
Yeah. He's like, thank you, but no thanks.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's, you know, my first thought is that with food, you reach more people than at a doctor. You're waiting for people who are not 100%. But smiles come in hungry, and there's more of them. So I think by food, you reach more people that way with your talents.
Something like that, Don.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, like even before we started JJ's Fusion Khaana, Shwetha always likes to invite people over and just serve them a meal. And there are so many deep conversations took place at the kitchen.
That's everywhere in the world. Yeah, that's everywhere. So how did you come into working with, are you a chef? Do you cook as well?
I don't cook.
You don't cook? You're the taste
She's
tester?
pretty good though. Whenever she does cook food, I love eating her food.
So, but my cooking is more like therapeutic for myself. I don't like the pressure of cooking for others, and I need to think about, okay, what kind of seasonings I need to use? How am I going to cut these veggies? You know, I like to just cook and spend some time in the kitchen and slow down and think while I'm cutting the vegetables. So I don't like that kind of pressure of cooking for multiple people, but I enjoy cooking just for my friends and family members.
Yeah, you're another piece of the puzzle that works fine. You're more of the business end? Or,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of, on the back end, for example, the schedulings, marketing materials, branding, and building the systems for this business, like workflows, some, everything on computer, almost.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I like that
This
too.
woman has a brilliant mind. Her mind is like an Excel sheet.
I like Excel sheets.
Database.
Color coded, my goodness, and she has just a fantastic memory. I think without Mina, we wouldn't have come as far as we have today. So I'm eternally grateful for her.
That's fantastic.
So we complement each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what are the aspirations you guys going to eventually? I mean, you're doing good at Catapult. How often do you guys have a Catapult? When is your?
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
From 11 to 3.
That's right. Mark your calendars, everybody.
Every Friday, 11 to
Every
3.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have additional days somewhere else?
Yes. So every Tuesday night from 4:30 to 8, and every Wednesday lunch hours from 11 to 2, we are at Cohatch.
Right here.
Right here at Cohatch.
Right here, Coas, 211 East Main Street.
That's right.
Yes,
Downtown
211
Lakeland.
is the main street.
And I know that I've eaten your meals and they're absolutely delicious. You guys can order the food online?
Yes.
What do they do to get order online?
So customers can just go Google our name, JJ's Fusion Khaana, and they can find our profile on Google Map. And then when they when they browse our Google profile, they will find a link to go to our menu. So they can explore our menu and place an order ahead of time, so they don't need to wait in the line.
That's fantastic. And do they deliver, just out of curiosity?
So we are on Uber Eats.
Uber Eats, okay.
That's right. So that's a way if people don't want to step outside, it's a rainy day, that should not stop you from having flavorful, healthy, delicious food. Just go on Uber Eats and somebody will bring it to you.
And you guys have a big Facebook page people can look as well?
Yes.
And there's links there that they can,
Yes.
that's one. And as far as your menu, I can only imagine the amount of variety, the Chinese. What little I know, there's a lot.
Mhm.
And so your menu changes on a regular basis? How do you guys decide that?
So our Friday menu, the Flavorful Friday, so that's like the OG pop-up that started, right?
Flavorful Friday.
Yep, Flavorful Friday, and that one changes. And people ask me often, actually just recently, somebody said, how are you inspired? What is going to be the next meal? And you know what? The funniest thing is, a lot of times that inspiration hits me at Sunday service while I'm sitting in church. It's hilarious. Most of the time, that's where like a thought will go. A lot of times it's from a place I've been, people I've met in my journey. Watching somebody from across the street in Delhi cooking something, and it will just come right there. And I will definitely say that's a Holy Spirit moment for me. And that will just begin to build that menu, but most often it's on a Sunday afternoon.
You know, when you mention and you know that you're an instrument of God's love, and you're not deciding for yourself, you let the instrument play the way it's supposed to be played, and it just comes to you just like that.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
So, and also, it's been nice to see people, people building that trust with us. Maybe in the beginning they're like, oh, what's on this menu? And they show up and they have a few questions, and a few times in, I would say 9 out of 10 times what we hear is, we love whatever you guys are making. People will show up at the window and they're like, I don't know, whatever's today is, I'm just getting that. So I love that we've built that trust over time, that they trust the people at JJ's to bring them good, healthy, delicious meals that are clean. And of course, it's not boring, right? Like, there's something new. It's like,
If you're from here, it ain't boring, that's for sure.
right. And also, like, I'm a creature of habit. Okay, like, this has always been the secret, and as people get to know me, I disclose this, but now whoever's listening, maybe all of Lakeland, and then some will know this. I have a very plain palate. I do. Like, my exciting thing that I eat is a tomato sandwich.
I love tomatoes with salt and pepper. Just
Salt and
cut-
pepper, a
Me and
little
my wife, we
mayo.
just cut up
Yeah,
tomatoes
yeah,
and
yeah.
raw. I love
Exactly.
tomatoes.
And that's how plain my palate goes. But I love cooking food with all this flavor and seeing people's eyes light up, right? But when I go to a restaurant, I will order the same darn thing for the next 25 years,
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
right? So I was thinking about this. Like, I think we've done almost maybe like 30 different items so far over this last 1 year. I think we've done close to 60 plus pop-ups now at Catapult since the time we've started. And I've done about 30 menus. So think about that. Like, that's a lot
The
of different
complexity.
menus that we've done. But if those 30 options were technically on one menu, I would choose the same thing over and over again. I would never get out of my comfort zone. But what I've wanted to do is bring these Indian flavors, not just Indian, it's an Indo-fusion, right? We've done Indo-Chinese, Indo-Italian, Indo-Thai, Indo-Mexican, and if it ain't Indian, Indo-something, it's an Indian cooking it, it's Indian still, okay?
That's
But the point is, all these different items on a menu, you're not gonna go try it. But because we've done just one item, one main thing, Friday after Friday, people will come and they've tried a lot of different items. They've been exposed
I've seen
to
the
so much
crowds.
flavor.
I've seen the line going around. I've seen it.
Yeah, and that's what warms my heart, because I think there was a time when people weren't wanting to try Indian food. Oh my gosh, is that curry? Guys, people in India eat a lot more than just curry. Right?
That's the American mentality.
Yes,
We've been trained and forced and
Right. Or people will come and say, does that have curry in it? I'm like, what does that mean to you? Because curry is not just this blend of spices that you find at Publix or at Walmart or wherever you're buying it from. There's so many complex spices. The word masala just means spices. So when I say, oh, this is kind of bland, it has no masala, it's not chicken tikka masala, it's not the curry spice masala. It just means, oh, there's no salt and pepper on it. There's no any spices in it. You know what I mean? So I think it's been really cool for us to educate the market, but also see, like, bringing in the Chinese culture. I spent 10 years in China almost 10 years. So that's such a huge part of my life. And honestly, if I'm not eating a tomato sandwich, my favorite go-to is Chinese food. Not Panda Express, no shade, but
That's
local,
American
authentic.
Chinese.
Yeah, like local, authentic. And if you can't find it, guess who's making it? It's either myself or Mina. We're whipping up something that's very close to home for us. But just to bring these flavors in, right? And to let people taste and know that there's a world of complex flavors and stories, and let's enjoy them together. Let's build that community.
I agree,
Yeah.
100%.
One of the visions that we have is to introduce global flavors through our business, and also through the fusion food, and we can introduce different diversified cultures to the community here. Yeah, I think we want to promote mutual understandings through our food.
Yeah, we've been trained in America to get an American burger, get a fry, and eat it. Where's the flavor? Where's the culture? Where's the difference? And it's,
By the way, Don, we're going to be bringing in something new. Masala Burger is going to be coming to town.
well, all right.
Yes. So we've had a few catapulters try it, and oh my gosh, I live for those expressions when their eyes just widen or slightly roll back, and oh my goodness, the smile after they've tasted this food. So I'm excited about this American,
That's wonderful.
Indian
Now,
touch.
so you have staples that, are Tuesdays and Wednesdays?
Yes.
Describe
So-
a couple of those.
So Tuesdays here we serve tacos, because people are familiar with Taco Tuesdays. So if you want to have a Taco Tuesday night, you can come visit us at Co-Hatch from 4:30 to 8 every Tuesday. So we have Daisy Tikka tacos. We even have a item that customers may not find anywhere else. We have a loaded masala nachos bowl.
Nachos bowl.
Yes.
Now you're talking my kind of.
Mhm.
I love nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's layered with different flavors like the nachos, Desi Fiesta chili beans, fresh veggies, and our Desi masala chicken, and also our signature sauces. So it's full of
Now you're making me hungry now.
Our vegan chili, from what I've heard, people say is pretty darn good. You gotta come try it. And that's also the other thing is we have a lot of vegetarians and vegans that show up.
Okay.
And what really, really brings a smile to my heart is these sweet people are not eating bland tofu with no flavor. Because a lot of people have no idea how to cook tofu. And if there's one thing I walked away from China, it's learning how to cook tofu.
Wow.
There are just hundreds of ways that we do it back there,
No kidding.
But just learning the techniques of it and now applying it to the food that we make. So it's not just the same boring flavors for these guys, but every time they come in, they have a place to go that gives them options, and they're eating good, just like all of my other, customers, but they can have something that's vegan or vegetarian, and we want to be mindful to be able to include that community of people as well.
So Mondays and Thursdays, you guys aren't open, right?
We offer catering services.
Oh, catering,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
right here in Lakeland, and do they pick the catering? I mean, weddings and parties and,
Customers can just reach out to us and share their needs, and then we'll tailor-make a menu that suits for their occasions.
so anybody who wants to do a party or anything, you guys cater as well.
Correct. We could even come on site, set up our tents like we do at the farmer's market, and do live cooking for them if that's something that they want.
And you're on Saturday market, you mentioned that.
We are. So if you ever see us at the Saturday market, do not pass us by. Stop, say hello. We would love to meet you.
And is that something that's there the same thing every Saturday, or you change it up on Saturdays as well?
We don't change the farmer's market menu so much. Now, in the beginning, I really wanted to. And I think this is where Mina has been such a blessing. She's like, tone it down. Calm down, Shway. Because my brain, when it comes to food, it's creativity that's unleashed, right? And so I've had to learn to tame that creativity and understand how to streamline, how to be effective and efficient, and make sure that my team isn't going crazy because I have this wild idea. But also what we realized at the farmer's market is that there's so many people. There's a large foot traffic going through the farmer's market weekend after weekend. And honestly, like, we've been there for almost a year, and we're still serving a large number of people who are trying our food for the very first time. So then we were like, you know what, we don't need to change this. And there's guys that show up 8 o'clock in the morning, they're like, we want our butter chicken roll.
That's right.
Right? And then there's some people that stop and they're like, oh, it's too early for Indian food. I'm like, what do you think 2 billion people are eating at 8 a.m.?
The Americans crap.
No, it's not. But that's okay. It's okay. We have something for everybody. And I think one of my favorite moments has been when people stop and sample our chai. Oh my goodness. The way that they smile, they're just like, this just warms my soul. It reminds them of one of my prayers has always been, Lord, whatever people are eating, right? At the end of the day, let them taste something that brings comfort and brings a memory of joy to them. So we've heard holiday in a cup and gingerbread. It's like pie. It's like horchata. Whatever it is. I'm like, cool. Whatever it is for you. And then they're like, what is this again? I'm like, this is Indian chai. This is authentic chai, made with fresh ingredients, not something that's, from a pump or whatever
Frozen, something we'd stuck in the oven and heated.
Well, chai is, it's Indian milk tea. And it doesn't get more authentic than how we make it. And it's made with love. It takes a lot of time, hours to get it done. And it's, I don't know.
It's real.
It's real. It's real.
real.
It's real. It's made with fresh ingredients like tea, wholemeal, ginger, cardamom, clove. This is my line every Saturday morning.
You've said it plenty of times.
Yes. Yeah, it took 3 or 4 hours to just blend all the flavors together. Yeah.
So, do you guys, here, if you will, the American food distributors, 2 or 3 food distributors, you're getting the same food all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think people throw different spices on it, but this is cultured, authentic. You get your supplies from all over?
All over. To be honest with you, all over. We personally go, we handpick every item that we're buying. Maybe someday that might change, like, just to be honest, but right now it's also training those that are walking with us to take time to carefully choose ingredients. Nothing breaks my heart or strums my nerve like getting a large order of something that's just thrown in there and then it's rotten. You know what I mean? Or it's just not good quality. This is even like ordering something from Walmart, let's say, right? What is the pickup stuff, DoorDash or what is the platform people use? Instacart. Yes, you can order and they'll deliver it, right? And I've done it once or twice just to see, and I'm just like, okay, this person took 0 effort to actually stop and pick my bell pepper that doesn't look like it's 30 years old. You know what I mean?
Of
And that
course.
just is like a no-no for me. Like, we care about the quality of our ingredients. We want to bring good, fresh food. Like, if I'm not eating it, if I'm not serving it to my husband or my family, I'm certainly not serving it to the amazing people of Lakeland. So yes, everything is handpicked. We travel all the way to Tampa, Orlando. There are local farmers market we do use, but yes, it's a long process.
Yeah,
We even have ingredients shipped from India.
you do.
Yes.
Wow, yeah. The thing I don't like, and unfortunate, but processed food, it takes out the nutrients.
Mhm.
You guys is a raw, you get all the nutrients back in your
Yeah,
system.
everything's
You
from
get the
fresh.
taste, fresh. Well, you
You
guys
have-
are going in the right direction, that's for sure.
Thank you. What did you think about our flavors whenever you tried it?
I love the flavors.
Okay.
There's nothing I didn't like. There's nothing I didn't like.
Were
After-
you
my
familiar-
wife, even more.
Yeah.
My wife has said, let's go.
Aw.
She's the one who really expands she's my driver, if you will.
Uh-huh.
And she say, okay, go get some of that. And we've been there.
Yeah.
Were you
couple
familiar with Indian food before you had JJ's? You were not.
At one time, I think, we went to my brother-in-law, her brother married an Indian girl. We went to New Jersey for the wedding, and I tried it, and I don't really recall liking it or disliking it. It was
Okay.
just definitely different. I remember
Okay.
that. We're sitting on her couch, and she handed me a ball of something. I don't even know what it was. Her
Okay.
mother.
Okay.
I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, that's kind of how we do it. Like, here, try this.
That's right.
I think Mina has had one too many Indian food.
Yes.
Yeah,
And now I can call different dishes by their name.
yeah. She recognized, she's like, this doesn't taste like that.
Well, that's good. And so people can go to Facebook, they can go to Google, they can get addicted, they can see you Tuesday, you're not gonna hold out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And Saturday mornings at the market,
Correct.
and you guys do catering. Is there anything you don't do?
I was like,
We're
And if you need a
trying-
personal chef,
There you go.
call your girl. I'm here.
Man, that's a good idea. That's a
No.
good idea for an anniversary or something, have them
Yeah.
come in, because I've heard about those, that come in, they'll prepare the meal in the morning in your place or whatever,
Yeah.
your kitchen.
Yeah.
For an
Or
an-
in our tent in your backyard.
Oh, that's a
If
good
your
idea.
kitchen is too small, yeah.
So we also partner with different nonprofit organizations and ministries for every 3 or 4 months. And last year, we also did a fundraising event for nonprofits.
Oh, that's giving back in the
Yes.
community as well.
So like 10% of proceeds go to support one nonprofit organization or ministries. in
Mhm.
different
That is
seasons.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And so,
So currently, we are with a nonprofit organization called Orphans Light.
orphans, what?
Orphans Light.
Light?
Correct.
Okay.
And Miss Peggy and her husband Ken, they're usually at Cohatch with us on Tuesdays.
So
They're
they're
usu-
here on Wednesdays with us at Cohatch, and then Fridays they are with us at Catapult.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. Yeah, Miss Peggy and her husband Ken, they're usually at Flavorful Friday, as well as on Wholesome Wednesday at Cohatch. And she's usually, oh my gosh, she's a ball of sunshine. And they're there to just share with the community what is Orphans Light. They support an orphanage in Uganda. So when we think about the impact that JJ's hopes to make or is currently making, we want to think deep. We want to think wide.
Mm.
And there was a time when I thought, Shway, you're just kind of beginning, right? And we need to make money. Like, you can't just give money away if you don't make the money. And I remember right before JJ's had its first pop-up at Catapult. I was honestly minding my own business, like, usually we are, and God just interrupts your life. I was taking a shower and, soaping my eyes, shampooing away. And I heard the voice of the Lord to give. Now, I was battling this thought in my head, honestly, Don. Like, I had met with somebody who is an accountant, and that person was like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to open a church? Are you trying to just be a nonprofit? Do you even want to make money? And I'm like, yeah, if I'm cutting that many onions, I definitely want a return on this, right? And this thought kept going in my head, like, maybe we need to wait. But again, I kept getting this nudge, give. And I suddenly just said it out loud, okay, Lord, we will give. And to have myself accountable for that moment, I ran, after I've done run stuff, my shampoo, I went and told my husband about this. And my husband has always been he is a generous man. And praise God for that. And he said, of course, let's give. And I spoke to Mina about it. She's like, okay. And the first nonprofit we partnered with was the Dream Center, and it was the program that Whitney Borum is over, which is Adopt a Block. And so because she had played such a huge role in our life, we just wanted her to come alongside of us, and that was amazing. But what we want to do is give room or give a platform for these nonprofits to represent themselves in the community. It's one thing to just give. Like when you're driving through, they're like, oh, do you want to donate to this cause and that cause? Sometimes we say yes, and sometimes we're like, no, thank you, hold my 10 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in giving people a platform, no matter who it is, you know what I mean? And we have experienced so much grace of God and so much favor in our lives. It would be injustice if we didn't do that. So I don't necessarily see it as giving back, but to be God's hands and feet in different capacity. While we're serving local, we can make a global impact.
That's all so true. And when you say in different capacities, not everything is the money.
Correct.
Not everything is money. You give your time is the most important.
Yeah.
Your time
Yeah.
creating something culturally, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So you're not just eating good when you eat at JJ's Fusion Khaana. You'll walk away feeling good, but I think there's a peace of mind and a joy that will fill your heart, knowing that you are doing good, that your dollar that is being spent is being invested in the lives of people. I may never meet them. Like I've been a missionary for 15 years, Don.
You're behind the kitchen working all the time when I see you.
Correct.
Both of
And
you.
I want to be all over the world. I want to go and paint the world with the love of God and serve in different capacities, like I did at one season in a different season of my life. But in this season, it's kind of giving that what is the word? Providing those resources or
Being a
how-
bridge.
Yeah, being a bridge and helping somebody else to be able to go do that,
Mhm.
which is also very, very fulfilling.
Yeah. You call them seasons, I call them chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah, new chapter of your life. That's right.
Yes.
If there's,
Yeah.
if people end up coming to you guys, they see you on Saturday, they see you on Wednesday, and they enjoy it. Is there anything that they can do? I mean,
Yeah, they can
you guys are
share.
growing fast. Is there anything they can do to help?
They can share, they can write a Google review for us,
That's a
share,
good one.
spread the word, invite friends to come to our pop-ups, especially Tuesday nights.
You guys have Google reviews already?
Yes, we have 5 stars.
5 stars.
Yeah, 135 reviews, 5 stars.
That's
It's a
perfect.
big
That's
deal.
really perfect. It is.
Yeah, so every Google review matters, guys. So if you've ever tried our food, if you enjoyed it, if it has touched your heart or your soul, please stop and just share a Google review, because then that will help others decide, do they want to have a flavorful meal today? Don, many people ask us all the time, when are you going to get a brick and mortar? Is a brick and mortar the next step? And here's the question, here's my response every time. We need the support of our community. This is a vision that God has entrusted into our hands, and there's many amazing people on our team that's helping steward this very well, and we're grateful for that. But we cannot do this without our community helping carry this vision forward, which means showing up, right? And we really, really need that, Lakeland. So tell your friends, your family, the mailman, he needs a little bit of chicken tikka in his life too. And that neighbor that you keep avoiding, bring them over. This is a wonderful place for you to connect. There's gonna be a delicious cup of chai waiting for you, and we want to help build our community. We wanna leave you a little bit better than we found you.
I don't think there's a better community. Lakeland, the community of
love it.
Lakeland and Polk County, I don't think there's a better place to do what you're doing.
Yes.
There isn't. Because we all know each other, we all help each other,
Yes.
we support.
Right.
You can't get it better.
We've lived in so many places in the world. Like, she has been a world traveler. Where have you been?
I've been to Italy, UK, Vietnam, Singapore, and other countries.
And what's usually the pendant you wear on your neck?
I don't remember.
A swan?
Oh, that's after
This
I
is a
become,
swan girl.
After I come to Lakeland, I get a new identity.
Right,
It's the
but
beautiful
Lakeland.
swan. Yeah.
Lakeland, it just feels like home here.
Yeah.
And same for me. I've lived in different places in the world, but this is where God has put us, and this is home, and we want to help build home.
That's fantastic. I agree.
And also for us, it's not just about serving delicious food. We want to build a community, and that's why when we're choosing different venues to do our business, we want to.
Be visible everywhere.
Instead of doing markets at different locations, we are rooted in downtown Lakeland. And now we just started a Tuesday night pop-up here at Cohatch. And there are many seatings here inside, so customers don't need to just come and grab the food and go. They can actually sit down and enjoy the flavorful meals and have conversations with either a stranger or their friends.
Yeah.
So we have a customer who came to us and shared with us that one day she came to our pop-up, and then she was sitting next to a couple, and that couple became her mentors.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's how it happens. That's exactly how. You're
Yes.
open for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cohatch has played an amazing role. We want to give a huge shout out to Cohatch for Adriana and Michelle, who have just championed JJ's Fusion Khaana. They've been amazing at just helping promote and just love us well and encourage us, as well as Catapult. Catapult has been an amazing launch pad for us, where entrepreneurs can go with wild ideas. You feel overwhelmed. They have amazing mentors there, experts who help guide you. We love the community there as well. So it's not just one place, in different season or different chapters of our life in this beautiful, flavorful, faith-fueled journey, God has given us different people to help navigate and catapult us into the next seasons of our life.
Yeah.
And Don, you are definitely part of one of those people.
Well, I started Catapult myself.
Yes, you
I
did.
started Catapult. I was there, and Tim Cox was
Mhm.
instrumental in me coming up with the whole thing.
Amazing. And they're incredible people there. as
And
well.
Dana here, she just left,
Yeah.
but she
Yeah.
was she's been here for a while. She was a big plus for Cohatch as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we hope that, as times, as time passes and we begin to grow more, that we're able to, give a hand up to people as well. It's not just about, okay, wow, you're succeeded now, what next, kind of a thing. But we believe in seeing people grow together. One of the beautiful things about Mina is when she meets you, this woman has this incredible gift of seeing potential, raw potential. And you may not even believe it, but just spend about half an hour with her and you're going to be walking closer to your destiny and the call of God on your life. She's able to see people in a light that you may not even see in yourself. And so that's a beautiful thing. She's a social worker, and she's an amazing social worker in the marketplace. And she's a gift not only to JJ's, but our Lakeland community. And if you've met Mina, then you know this.
Yeah, if you feel lonely, you want some connections in the community, you should definitely come to check us out at Cohatch on Tuesday nights, because it's a time where we really want. So I'm going to initiate a challenge called Dine with a Stranger.
Okay.
So it's because the reason why we want to have a pop-up here on Tuesday nights, because it's a great time and space for people to come connect. And
More social.
Yeah.
Well,
And
what
have
what
more
times on
conversations.
Tuesdays?
4:30 to 8.
4:30 to 8 Tuesdays here at Cohatch.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's a stranger.
Nobody's a stranger.
After you've met me once, twice, 5 times, I'm going to have you cutting onions right along my side. Dawn, I was looking at my wedding pictures, and a lot of the people that are standing next to us were all people that we met at JJ's Fusion Cafe in Wuhan.
In Wuhan.
In Wuhan. That's where this journey started,
Yeah.
right? Way back in the day. And so when I look back, I'm like, wow, God, if it wasn't for that place, that time, that space, so many strangers who became friends, eventually like family, and we've been a part of each other's life now for 15 plus years. And we hope to bring the same heart right here. It's not just about food. You can go anywhere and get food, and I'm not against it. But what we want to build is family. People need to be seen, Dawn. People are going through so many struggles in life. And I see people, they might come the first time and they're sitting in a corner, right? They look like, you know what, I don't want to be bothered. But I think a lot of times people put on that front because they're so overwhelmed with life, they don't even know where to begin. You know, we ask people, hey, how are you? Right? So many times when I'm passing people in the hallway, hey, how are you? And then what's the automatic response?
Good.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? All right, cool. You just keep walking. And I kept thinking in my mind, what if somebody stopped and said, you know what, today is the crappiest day of my life? What's your response going to be, Shway? Do you have time to stop and sit with that person, right?
You know, people are either living in the past
Mhm.
or they're living in the future. They're worried about their bills. They're worried about what they're going to get going on next. People need to think in the here and now.
Right.
Way too many people, especially in our society, they're worried about this happened to me. They're victimized, or they got to worry about where the next payment's coming from.
Yeah.
Living in the here and now is when you're going to get the results that you want.
Correct.
I can guarantee you that. I know that for a
Yeah.
fact.
And we want to be able to provide that. Like, you know, no matter how busy we are, of course, we want to be able to get your fries to you in time and make sure your non-wich is beautiful and amazing and your butter chicken's hot. But if you ever pop up to our window and you're like, hey, I'm just having a bad day today, right?
We have free prayers for you.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
It doesn't matter how busy it is,
You know,
somebody
we're
from
all
our
one.
team.
I'm talking to
Yeah.
myself through you. I'm talking to myself through you. We're all one.
Mhm.
We think we're separated. We think we see each other separate, but we're all one.
Yeah, we are one in Jesus Christ. Yeah.
What does the JJ stand for, out of curiosity?
Do you want to take a guess, Don?
I'm guessing your husband's name and your name.
Oh
Yes.
my Lord.
Actually, our husband's name Jesus Christ. But
It actually means Jehovah Jireh,
Okay.
God who provides. So when I, along with my business partner back in China, God had put this crazy wild idea, right? The thing that I was going to do 30 years from that point. We thought it would be called SNL, Shwetha and Lucy, or Salt and Light. Let's be really cute. But I heard a voice from the Lord, and he says, Jehovah Jireh. So I'm like, okay, that's a really long name, Lord. And I don't know how to like put that in and make it sound cute. But we kept it as JJ's. And truly, if we ever had another episode, I would love to share with you the ins and outs of what God did, because it's a mind-blowing story.
That's fantastic.
Chapters of books, I guess, or in a book. But in that, this 15-year journey that I've been on, it has been a faith-fueled journey. I cannot do this, Don, without the Lord. God took a girl who could not cook. Yeah, I can make you a peanut butter jelly sandwich, Don. But the moment you pay $1 for that sandwich, you're going to tell me, hey, you should take the crust off, my peanut butter to jelly ratio is off. You know what I'm saying?
Great, Jelly.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going to have opinions about it. But just because I can make a sandwich doesn't mean I should start a whole restaurant and start putting all these different cultural foods that I never knew how to do. I didn't know how to cook Indian food, and that breaks my mama's heart. So thinking about that, but God met me, Don. I would have dreams. Most of the first original menu were all dream inspired.
Yeah, and I want to add to Jehovah Jireh, like God provides. You know, when we first started this business, we didn't know who was going to show up to help us, because it was just me, Shwetha, her husband, and her sister. But God was so faithful. He just moved in people's hearts, and he brought people to help us. So when in our first time at Catapult Kitchen, we had probably around 7 volunteers helping us process the chicken, cut onions and veggies. It was incredible, you know. And also even now, after we have been doing pop-ups for a year and a half, almost a year and a half, and many times there are many days we started the pop-up without any pre-orders, and we didn't know how will people find us, who is coming to eat, and are we going to be profitable to pay the bills? But God always surpassed our expectations. And there were people who we always ask new customers, how did you find us? And some people told us, oh, we smell the food and we follow the smells and I found you. So it just, God's faithfulness always amazed me, that how he moved in people's hearts, and we have so many volunteers who just faithfully showed up and helped us with anything at the pop-up, or and God always brought people to our pop-ups and help us with the sales.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
You know, I recently reconnected with some of the staff that worked for me back in China, and a good decade had passed. So finally, when I was able to get back into my WeChat, sometimes I think it's easier to get into heaven than get back into WeChat. But finally we got in, and I was messaging some of these people, and I'm like, hey, do you remember me? It's been a long time since we had last spoken. And they're like, boss, how could I forget you? And some of the things that touched my heart is them saying, we saw God move when we worked at JJ's. And the stories that we saw unfold, the testimonies that came, and the way we saw God provide for us. We carry it even till today. And if the same God did it back then for all of us, then he will still do it now. And so the same thing kind of goes through my head. Sometimes I'm like, God, where is all of this going, right? What are we going towards? But at the same time, I believe in, like you said, being present, living here in the now, and to be faithful for the now assignment. And my heart and prayer is that those who we are called to walk with today, we don't know for how long, but as we walk with one another, as we see God show up time and time again, that they would walk away with their faith strengthened just a little bit more, to believe, to trust that they don't have to do all of this on their own. I kind of grew up with this mindset of God helps those who help themselves. And then there were times in my life where God showed me, Shweta, you can't even breathe without me. The very breath in your lung belongs to me, right?
I'm not beating my heart. Are you beating your heart?
Absolutely not.
Are you beating your heart?
God is the one who sustains us.
That's right.
I'm not beating my heart, and he can turn it off anytime he wants.
That's right.
So I'm going to enjoy every moment I can.
Yes. So our basic value in what we're doing is, number one, love God, and two is love people. How do we do it? Butter chicken,
Be an
conversation,
instrument. Be an instrument.
community. Yes,
Be an
absolutely.
Well, wonderful.
Thank you.
What else is going on? Anything else?
So if if the audience really want to support us, there are several ways you can support us. First, if you have never tried our food, please go to our Google profile, find out our schedules, and come to our pop-ups and have a bite. We serve free samples when you come to our pop-up for the first time. If you have tried our food, please go to please go to Google Map and leave us a review, and invite a friend over to try our food. Thank you.
Yes. Good food is never meant to be enjoyed alone, guys. So grab that friend, come on
Yeah.
over.
We'll get you on my calendar. I have a new calendar, and it's an email that goes out, and we'll put you in the calendar. Make sure people can see that every day as well.
Thank you.
Yes, in Lakeland, we cannot wait to meet you and serve you.
Yeah. You can meet them before they become world famous. World famous JJ's Fusion Khaana. Well, guys, it is a pleasure talking to you guys. I appreciate your time so very much.
Yeah,
And
thank you so much for your time.
It's very welcome. I want to thank Cohats for letting me use this beautiful room. And visit them. Come visit them. I'm telling you, it's good. I've been it myself. I've tried it myself.
Yeah. Follow our flavorful food prints on social media. You can find us, JJ's Fusion Khaana.
And also, I'm going to talk them into a Lakeland, I Am Lakeland meal. So something I like and I recommend. We'll create a meal that says I Am Lakeland on it.
That's right. You guys can suggest, what are some local, is there a food that's so local to Lakeland that we can add a little Desi touch on it?
Swan salad, swan burger,
No, I think of Mr. Fish. So fish may be an
Something
idea.
fish?
seafood.
We got a lot of lakes that have fish.
Right.
We got a lot of orange. We used to have orange groves.
Yeah, orange, citrus.
Yeah, citrus.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what comes to mind originally.
All right. Well, next time Pastor Justin's preaching up a storm, Lord, give me a download of what I can bring to Lakeland, basically.
And when we do this podcast next, we'll have some samples here. We'll try some
Yes.
samples.
There you go. There you go.
You guys have a fantastic day.
Thank you so much for
You're
being
very
a
welcome.
blessing, and thank you for being such an amazing supporter of entrepreneurs in the community here in Lakeland.
Thank you so much.
are
I
a
appreciate
huge
it.
blessing, sir.
Thank you.